Hey guys, Lindsey here. So, we just can't catch a break, can we? So we go from hot and humid, showers and thunderstorms. The humidity has been with us for a lot of the summer, and now we ditch all of that. We are done with humidity for a while. The storms are out of the area. We are drying out. We're getting more sunshine. Should be very stunning for the first day of the Wisconsin State Fair, and then we have air quality issues. That is how this summer has been. So let's highlight a little bit about where we're at. I'm recording this at 8:25 a.m. on the 31st of July. And right now, as you can see, the air quality is so close to this purple color. So that means it is unhealthy, not just for sensitive groups. This is just downright unhealthy. We're in the red zone. We're so close to being almost at the dangerous level. We're not there at this point. So, and I am noticing some false readings right now. So this could be a little bit better. But from what I have noticed, you can see we likely have some of the worst air quality not only in the country. You can see we are, I know it's hard to see where I have the mouse right there. This is where we are in Milwaukee. So we are right here. That air is coming in from the jet. It's coming in from the northwest pushing southeast. And that is why we are under this big blob of red that indicates unhealthy air quality. This is not ozone. This is particulate matter. This is going to be, again, right there from the wildfire smoke. If you click ozone, you can see where ozone's an issue. We typically get that in the summer, but this is all particulate matter. And if we zoom all the way out here, I don't think this actually does do areas overseas, but you can see some of the worst air quality happening in Canada right there in this Saskatchewan province. And you can see some of that really bad air quality. So we're getting all of that coming from there. There's also wildfires going on in Utah, also in portions of Arizona. So I'm going to show you where those fires are currently. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Meant to pull up this right here. So right now we have all these wildfires kind of in these regions here and up here. This is what is blowing into our area. And then we also do have some of these fires happening in Utah and also into Arizona. This is where we're seeing the issues with air quality. So while smoke graphics are a little tough, weather models don't do an amazing job at dealing with air quality, but we can look at the vertically integrated smoke, so through the columns of the atmosphere, and you can really see, look at that. That is quite impressive. These two different fires right now, one in Utah, one in Arizona, and right there, I mean, obviously, this is where we're seeing a lot of issues here coming in. The Grand Canyon fire is massive right now, but that's blowing all this smoke. It's getting sucked into weather systems. Our bad air quality is actually right here coming in from Canada. So that's why we're seeing that. I do want to look at the surface one if I go to the cross section here on this webpage. And all you got to do if you want to go to this website, just type in HRRR smoke. That's high resolution rapid refresh smoke. And then you can click on these parameters. But this just highlights if it's at the surface, and clearly we are seeing it at the surface. Sometimes it's just elevated where it's up here, but it is definitely at the surface. So that's why we're smelling it, we're tasting it. Really bad air quality up here, 3 kilometers up. So that's in the 700 millibar range for meteorology people. But right now, if we go backwards, you can see that it's definitely hanging out in the 100 millibar range, which is basically the surface. When does it move out? That's going to be the big question here. I'm going to go back to full. And again, weather models do not handle these kinds of things very well because weather models are meant for water vapor and hydrometers, those little tiny water vapor pieces, basically. So it doesn't handle actual particles in the atmosphere, which is what smoke is made out of. So if I take this forward, it does look like we get some relief going into Friday. This is the first at 18Z, so that's about noon. There is some relief there. That looks good. However, I do notice a resurgence kind of coming back from two angles. Look at this, coming in from Canada and from Utah, and Arizona. So we could be dealing with some of this smoke, maybe getting a break Friday, and then it may be returning going into the weekend. And this is why it looks like this outside. If you see, you can see this is our Potawatomi Hotel Casino camera. We have our Pewaukee one that really just showcases that smoke out there. It's also very breezy. So we do have some beach hazard statements in effect rather. What is that? Well, so not only do we have an air quality alert in effect, this is going to be an air quality advisory, pardon me, that is going to be in effect all the way until noon. It might get extended, but we also do have beach hazard statements right here. And a lot of this is due to the orientation of the surface winds. So we have smoke, we have winds coming off of the lakefront, and that is causing some beach hazards, likely 4 to 6 feet in Sheboygan, Ozaki, Milwaukee, Racine, and Kenosha counties. So those are the bad things going on with the forecast. The good things is that it is going to be really great for the Wisconsin State Fair. I'm going to go back to my 7-day on WISN.com. We have this little section called the map room. This is where you can find meteorologists' data, our actual data. And look at this. Look at that. Look at this 7-day. Usually I just don't pull up the 7-day. I usually show you guys some weather models, but there's really, I think by maybe Wednesday, we could see some rain in the forecast, maybe Tuesday, but we have low humidity, a lot of sunshine. It's a solid 7-day. Temperatures are going to get back to those 80s, and you'll definitely notice the humidity coming back by Tuesday, but it looks really great. So I hope this gives you an opportunity to enjoy the Wisconsin State Fair. I love going to the fair. It's just a bummer that we have this wildfire smoke that we are dealing with. So guys, have a safe day. I will not post an update tomorrow morning. I will likely do something tomorrow night on YouTube. I'm filling in for Mark Baden on Friday night and Gino Recchia on Saturday. So I hope you guys have a great weekend if I don't hear from you then. Otherwise, you can always feel free to comment. I'm always on social media, and feel free to let me know what else you'd like to see. Have a good day.